Joe, Urinos here, boy Kagi, back at it again with a new video. And today we're going to talk about many games. We got many news. This is our 4th edition of blockchain news, and here we go. First game we're going to talk about, obviously, we always start with this one, Axie Infinity. Axie Infinity has sold 4 Mystic Axies for 473 ETH, a total of $165,000. If you want to understand what Mystic Axies are, you can watch my recent video in which I teach you how to search for them and which ones to buy. Even Ivan on Tech jumped into the train. So this video right here, 52,000 Axies sold, that's one, but in total it was 165,000. That's a guide into how to look into Mystic Axies in case you want to invest in Mystic Axies. They're really limited, so I would think that's something you should jump into if you have the money and check it out. So let's look at Ivan on Tech right here. This video, I actually edited this video for Axie Infinity. They gave me the opportunity to edit. I basically took some of Ivan on Tech's comments on the 160. He put 162,000. That's because, you know, it changes depending on the ETH price, but it's around there, 162, 165, depending on the ETH price at the moment. But the point is that even Ivan on Tech talked about it. And here's the official tweet from Axie Infinity. The ones that bought it were DEFI Digital. They're a research company, and they bought 4 of them. I think they have bought 5 in total, but in this sale it was only 4, and the owners were, let's see, Coco Bear. 3 of them were from Coco Bear and 1 from Danny. These are big investors in the Axie Infinity world. They're community members and they're cool as hell, and they have a lot of investment. I'm talking about a lot, many lands, many stuff. So I'm gonna leave the link down below to all of this so you guys can check it out and kind of understand what this is. So 2 days ago I actually interviewed Jiho, the growth lead at Axie Infinity. He's basically considered part of the founding team, and he gave us a lot of insights into the future of Axie Infinity. He also taught us how to get a girlfriend just by playing Axie Infinity. So if you go to my YouTube channel, you're gonna see right here under blockchain news and interviews, you're gonna see interviewing Jiho's growth lead. It's an hour long, but I promise you it's gonna be worth your time. Even if you watch a little bit, you get to understand who the team is, what they're working on, and why they're working on it, and the future of Axie Infinity. We also talked about the whole Mystic craze, and I think it's something that is very valuable, and you should check it out. You could also go to recent uploads because it was the most recent upload, so you're gonna find it right away. And then the next one would be the guide to Mystic Axies. Let's see. So tournament coming up this weekend. Make sure you sign up. This tournament is hosted by Chief and AX. And let's look at that tweet real quick. We go right here. Here you go. Put your Axie battling skills to the test in the Obsidian Cup this weekend, sponsored by Polyant Games. A whooping $4,000 is up for grabs, commented by our amazing caster Chief and AX. They're always commenting. They're really good at this. They're amazing content creators, and this one I think he goes live on DLive, so make sure you check him out. And Chief is always active on Discord, so if you need anything, he'll hook you up, so make sure you hit him up. And only 256 slots available. Let's see how many are available actually right now. Let's see how many people have subscribed. Oh, that's it. They're filled. I already signed up. But anyways, make sure you watch it. If you want to learn about Axie Infinity, there's going to be a lot of players, a lot of top players here. And you can learn a lot into what people are using in the arena. And that way, you know, if you're new to Axie Infinity, there's a good opportunity to know what Axies to buy. As you watch, you can understand the game little by little, and also the commentators, the casters, they're really good in narrating the game, and they're gonna kind of teach you along the way. I've learned a lot with them. I mean, you either do your research by yourself, or you can like combine it by yourself and also watching this type of tournaments, which are really, really good to learn, and they're just exciting. The community comes together and we all get hyped. So I think it's something you should look into it and make sure you check it out. It's going to be this weekend, okay? So there's a new scholarship opportunity. Make sure to read the Medium post for a chance to use free Axies, okay? Free Axies to generate some income. Basically, how this works is that this person is going to give you free Axies. He's going to allow you to use free Axies. You can generate money with those Axies, and then he's going to take a 30% cut out of whatever you make during the month. So make sure you actually check it out. I'm going to leave the link down below for all of this that I'm talking about. But this is by AX, one of the casters. There is another scholarship by AK, but that one's filled up already. So many people signed up for this. People that are new to Axie Infinity that didn't want to spend a lot of money or didn't have the money to spend. Now they have earned, like, there's a bunch of stories on this. So many people are grateful for this. And I'm grateful I can actually use my channel to promote this kind of stuff, because one of the things that I always proposed from the beginning, it was, hey guys, let's see if we can do giveaways. I'm talking to every community member. I was like, let's do giveaways for the people that are new. Like, even if the Axies are not good, let's try to do giveaways. And this is even a better way, because you're actually, what they're actually doing is lending you the Axies. They get to win, you get to win, and you don't even get to spend money. So if you're new to Axie Infinity, you don't have the money, you don't have the confidence to invest, this is a good opportunity for you to learn the game, make money, and then buy some Axies once you earn money through the free Axie scholarship program. So make sure you check it out. Make sure you follow AX, hit them up on Discord, read the Medium, read this. You have to read it to understand the terms and conditions. So next thing is Axie is back at it again. And let's look at the tweet right here. Axie is back at it again on the top weekly active wallets. That is incredible. That is incredible. That means that Axie is here to stay, baby. And if you ever doubted Axie Infinity, this is not the time to do so. Axie Infinity has a lot of hype. It has so much hype that there are people already talking shit about Axie. Like, this is going to end up like CryptoKitties and it's going to be flooded with a bunch of Axies. No, the economics of Axie Infinity are so good that it doesn't allow for so many Axies to be in the market. There's like 150,000 Axies in the market, but not all of them are the best Axies. So the thing is that part of the economics of the Axie Infinity is that every Axie can only breed 7 Axies. So before you breed, you got to think about which Axie you're going to pair with. You don't want to just pair any Axie with any Axie, because you're going to just create crappy Axies. So that slows down the growth of how many Axies are in the market. So that's really good. That's different from CryptoKitties. And then on top of that, it has other use cases within the game. So it's totally different. So whoever was talking crap about that, let me tell you, you're going to look like a dumbass in a couple months, or even less than a couple months, honestly. Because if 4 Axies sold for $165,000, trust me, there's hype, people believe in it, and it's here to stay, baby. Here to stay. Number 1. Don't forget it. Number 1. Okay, baby? Okay. Axie community growing like crazy. This is incredible. This is Jiho's, the guy I interviewed, the growth lead at Axie Infinity. So he's always dropping information about Axie Infinity, the growth. So if you're doubting about Axie Infinity, the numbers say otherwise. The numbers say it's going up. So if you're doubting, you better stop doubting, because this shit is here to stay, baby. It is here to stay. Also, we have a new terms and condition for fan art. Let's copy this link right here and pop it up right up here, and boom. All right, so NFT rights for Axie Infinity owners and artists. This is really good to have kind of a guideline into how you can use the Axie Infinity art. So it is important that if you're an artist or you're somebody that is looking to create some type of art in the future, you got to understand that the IP, which is the intellectual property, the actual art, the original art of Axie Infinity, they own it, even if you own the Axie. when it comes to art, the actual art, and that's how it works in the real world too. When you buy a piece of art and you put it in your house, that art, you own the piece of art, but you don't own the artwork itself, like the actual intellectual property. So if you ever wanted to make a shirt of the piece of art that you have hanging in your house, you would have to contact the artist and let them know that you're gonna do that, and maybe you're gonna have to pay him, or maybe he approves for free. So kind of the same thing goes on right here in Axie Infinity. So they have set some, straight guidelines. Basically, I'm gonna cut it down real quick for you guys. So basically, you can do any art that you want. If you're making more than $10,000, then you're gonna have to contact Axie Infinity, or they're gonna contact you, and you're gonna have to sign some type of agreement with them so that there's a win-win situation. Also, if you're making art out of Axie Infinity, it cannot be a copy of Axie Infinity. Like, you cannot just take the Axie Infinity art and just paste it in your artwork. No, you gotta make some changes. You gotta be inspired by that art. So if you take the exact thing and you put it in an NFT, you make an NFT art out of it, you're gonna have to make some changes. You're gonna have to do your own little thing to it, and put your little sauce to it. So it actually encourages artists to think outside of the box. So if you're trying to just copy and paste, then I'm sorry, you can't do that. You can't do that. Also, if you're making art from an NFT, if you're making art from an Axie that you don't own, you have to contact the person that owns that Axie. That's kind of a little, it's a little gray area too, because what's going to happen is, right now it's not a big problem, but Axies can be repeated. You can have the same Axie as somebody else. So basically, it's kind of like, imagine hundreds of people have the same Axie. Who are you going to contact, It's kind of like, I think this works more for like really unique Axies, like, I don't know, maybe mystic Axies, which are one of a kind for real. If you're making a fan art out of a mystic Axie, you better contact the person that owns that mystic art Axie. For the other Axies, I think you should contact them if they're rare in some type of way. Maybe they're the only pure Axie in the market of that kind, or something like that. But at the end of the day, I think a lot of Axies can be replicated, and there are a lot of Axies that are replicated and have the same qualities as other Axies. So you're not going to contact 100 people. So kind of like, just understand that this is just guidelines, so that people understand that this is not some wild west anymore. You cannot just make art without any type of agreement or consent from the people that own the Axie or Axie Infinity. Just basically, if you're gonna make money, contact whoever you have to contact. Okay, that's that. And that is pretty much it for Axie Infinity. Axie Infinity has been blowing up this week, and I think in the coming weeks it's gonna blow up even more, and by the end of the year probably even more, because internally their goal right now is to release land play soon, and by the end of the year, that's the internal goal. But the actual goal for the people is maybe Q1 of 2021. But they want to aim internally. You know how companies have internal goals, and then they have the external goal, which is for the people, so that they have time between their internal goal and the actual goal for the people. So their internal goal is by the end of the year, and hopefully if it's done by the end of the year, then we can get it like as soon as 2021 hits. That will be a great start of the year. So get your land items right now. Get your actual land, get your Axies, get the best Axies. Everything is going up right now. Everything is going up, and that's because people want the best of the best. So if you see the actual shards on land, they're selling like crazy. Anyways, I think we're done here with this segment. Let's jump into the next game. Okay. All right, so the next game we're going to talk about is AAVEGOTCHI. AAVEGOTCHI has released their testnet token staking. Head to their Twitter post to learn everything about it. The basic of staking is that you will stake tokens, and for each ghost token that you stake, you will receive one friend's per day. With Friends token, you will be able to redeem raffle tokens, which are ERC 1155 tokens that give you access to exclusive raffles that will contain friends only vouchers. With those vouchers, you can claim wearables that will release periodically. You can either hold those vouchers to claim wearables in due time or trade them for profit. So with those vouchers, basically you're going to be able to get premium wearables that nobody can get unless they have those vouchers. So right now you might be like, me staking tokens, whatever, this and that. But in the future, it might pay off. It might pay off. You're going to have those wearables that basically are going to be rare, because the only people that can redeem those wearables are the people that have stake tokens. So right now you could test it. It's still not out yet, but make sure you read it. Make sure you understand what it is. So I think in a week or two it's going to come out, the real one, and you're going to be able to actually stake it. So I haven't really done it yet, but I think I'm just going to wait for because I understand kind of how to do it. So I'm just going to wait for when it actually releases so I can stake my ghost tokens. I actually own some ghost tokens and I'm really excited about this game. I have talked to JC from AAVEGOTCHI maybe like 2-3 weeks ago, and we had a good talk about AAVEGOTCHI. He kind of explained to me a little bit of AAVEGOTCHI, and it was a great talk, and I'm looking forward to this game. This game has a lot of hype. Like, look at this, 229 likes in a Twitter post, and this game hasn't even released. We're talking about that Axie Infinity is the #1 game, and this game hasn't even released yet. And look how much engagement it has. Obviously, this is a little bit different because it has DeFi integrated within the game. And that means that there's going to be a lot of people that are just investors, people that are not going to play the game, people that are just hyped for the token, people that are just looking for gains. My main thing in this channel is that I want to promote the actual game. I want people to play the game for what it is. Obviously, make money too. But the main thing is, gameplay. We want to see a good game. We want to see good games. And I think this game has a combination of both, DeFi for the people that just want to make money, and for the people that want to play games, this is also a good game. So make sure you check this game out. I'm going to leave the link down below. Make sure you join their Telegram as well. And let's jump into the next game, baby. Alright, so the next game is NESTABLES. Finally, we got an alpha date for the NESTABLES. NESTABLES pre-alpha is here, baby. October 5th. Mark it in your calendars and get ready. NESTABLES is basically an Animal Crossings meets the blockchain with cute NFT pets that you own on your wallet. You can breed those pets and sell them on the market as well. Make sure you check out this game. This game is built on Engine and it's a pretty cool game. I mean, let's take a look at some actual photos of the game. I own 3 NESTABLES. So I'm really happy. I'm really happy that we actually have an update for the public pre-alpha, baby. Public. So that's a NESTABLE right here. Also, NESTABLE has a collaboration with other games in which you can actually use your NESTABLE in other games, and that's Lost Relics. It has a collaboration with Lost Relics, which is an amazing game. So make sure you check this game out. This is how it's going to look. Basically, you're going to farm resources, and the whole goal of the game is to maintain your land and not let it go to crap, basically. So having different types of NESTABLES with different types of qualities, it's really important. You got qualities like farming, mining. You got qualities like getting more resources in terms of wood, sleep. It's another one. So sleep is really important. The better stats on sleep, the better rest of your NESTABLE is going to be. You got play, so you got to keep your NESTABLE happy by playing with your NESTABLE. Just like, there's a little ball there. So I'm guessing maybe you could play soccer with your NESTABLE and increase the NESTABLE's happiness. Things like that. So basically it's like kind of like a real life type of situation. You got to keep it balanced and not let your land go to crap, and your NESTABLES keep them happy all the time. So I'm really excited to bring you some gameplay on this game. I've been waiting for it for a long time, and we finally have an actual pre-alpha day. So it's October 5th. So basically, if you want to play this game, you're gonna have to buy a Nest stable, and you're gonna have to buy the founders token, and you could find that on engine.io in the marketplace. I am gonna leave the link down below in the marketplace, and you do your own research, join their Telegram as well, and ask questions, ask a lot of questions if you're really interested in this game. I'm really looking forward to this game. So let's jump into the next game. Okay, so the next game we have in line is BLANKOS Block Party. I have not talked about this game in a while, and the reason I haven't talked about it is developing, and the truth is that they had a lot of hype back in 2018. They actually went into a big gaming event and they showcased their game. People could play it. You could go to YouTube and you could see like the big event is one of those gaming events that are huge. And I was really hyped for this game, but then things kind of died down, and then they just picked up like 6 months ago. They started like picking back up, and the community is huge. It's a huge community, and basically this game is a sandbox game in which you can own your character, you can own your skins. I think it's built on top of EOS, which, you know, not a lot of people are a fan of, but I don't care. This is about the games. This is about owning your assets on the blockchain, and sometimes you're gonna have blockchains that are a little bit more decentralized and some that are more centralized. I rather more decentralized, but at the end of the day, it is important that, you know, that it's on the blockchain, you know, that it has the blockchain technology. Hopefully maybe in the future, you know, they switch, you know, maybe, I don't know, who knows. But anyways, BLANKOS Block Party is around the corner. It says right here, players in our private alpha got a chance to build their very own BLANKOS Block Party games. This will be available in beta when it goes live. So they've been talking about going live soon for the beta. They don't have a date yet, but look at this. Look at this. This is, it looks like it's a shooter. Look, it's a shooter game. And you can see here, Shredder has knocked out Orko. So basically, it's a shooter. Somebody created this. This is amazing. This is amazing. Let's see. I think there's another one here with mini games. This one is a racing game. This one looks like also kind of like a racing game, but with obstacles. And this one looks like a platform game in which you die if you do something wrong. This is amazing. This is amazing. I'm really excited for this game. I think this game, actually, I'm gonna make a statement right here. I think this game is gonna be the first one to go mainstream. Like, I'm talking about mainstream, like for real. Obviously, Axie Infinity is at the top of the league right now, but this is a different type of game. But I think this one is the first one that might go mainstream if they do it right, because I mean, it just has all the qualities of a mainstream game. Axie Infinity has all the qualities as well, but it's more of a niche game. It's like Pokemon. You know, Pokemon went mainstream, but not everybody plays Pokemon. Not everybody plays. This one is more like for everybody. All types of mini games. You got shooter, you got this, you got that. So you got all kinds of things. Also, Axie Infinity is thinking of releasing an SDK so people can build on top of Axie Infinity their own games and stuff. But this is different. This is different. It's not gonna be the same. But yeah, that's a bold statement right there, but I think it's possible. I think it's possible this might be the first one to go mainstream for real, if they do it flawlessly, where people don't even have to, you know, understand blockchain. That's the main key here. Have a good game, have a good community, and make sure that people that don't know about blockchain don't even have to engage with it. And if they want to engage with it so they can actually, you know, sell their skins and stuff like that, then they'll have to do research, basically. But for the most part, if you can onboard people without them having to join the blockchain first, I think that's the best case scenario. And that's what I have told a lot of games. Like, look, let people join, let them play, and then when they get good at the game, when they start like asking questions like, oh fuck, how do I sell my stuff? How can I do this? How can I do that? And then they have to find out that everything is on the blockchain. They'll learn about the blockchain. But first you have to onboard them. You can't have a wall of the blockchain, right? You can't have the blockchain wall before they play. It's just too hard. It's just too hard and discouraging, okay? Not everybody is an innovator. Not everybody wants to get into things first. People want to see things work first before they actually get in fully. Somebody actually hit me up today about joining Axie Infinity. And when I told them that they have to, join the blockchain, put an Ethereum, do this, do that, they were like, okay, cool. Like, their interest just went down. Like, basically their answer wasn't like, okay, how do I do this? No, it was like, oh, okay, I got it. Like got it. Like, okay, don't tell me anymore. Like, basically, like, he got discouraged. But, it is what it is. It is what it is. Hopefully we can get past that in the future. All right, so let's jump into the next game. All right, so next game we're going to talk about is the SANDBOX. The SANDBOX is something very similar to BLANKOS, but it actually is a little bit more than BLANKOS, way more, because you can actually own the land where you build your game. In BLANKOS, I don't think they have that idea where you actually, like, the land and the game that you make is yours. You don't own that game in the blockchain. It's different. It's almost like you're making a game in a virtual world, but actually the game owns it. No, in this case, SANDBOX, you build on top of your land, and then people can join your land whenever they want. They can just walk around the SANDBOX world and join the land. So SANDBOX is pretty interesting, and they just released their game maker. I already had it from before, so I already have a video on that. And if you go to my YouTube channel, and let's search it up real quick. All right, so I have two videos on the SANDBOX. The first one is me investing in land. I teach you how to get land in the SANDBOX. And the second one is a whole walkthrough and everything you can do in the SANDBOX. Basically, you got the game maker, you got the Vox Edit. Vox Edit is basically where you can create items and then put it on the marketplace. You can literally be an artist in this game. All that art that you see there, that little rocket, all that, you can make it in the Vox Edit and then put it in the marketplace. And then the land walkthrough, which is basically obviously me playing on my land, and which is kind of the same thing with game maker. So if you go right here, you can see me playing around in the game maker, me making a game. That's my land, and you can see here a little bit of me kind of placing items in my land. So basically, when you have this whole game built on your land, you can invite people and people can join and whatever, and you can monetize it as well. You could rent your land. You could rent a lot of land. If you have a lot of land, you could rent it to, like, I don't know, like developers or whatever, because they're limited lands. So make sure you check out the SANDBOX. It's a pretty great game, and it's here to stay as well. It's here to stay. I think it's gonna blow up. Anyways, let's jump into the next game. Alright, so the next game is Super Crypto KART by Chain Games. They finally released their main net, so you can actually bet now against other players. Super Crypto KART is something like Mario Kart, so make sure you check it out. It's really fun. Here, there's a how to play on the actual main net and bet against other players. So I'm going to break it down to you guys real quick. Basically, you get chain tokens on Uniswap. There's a bunch of links here on how to get the chain tokens. I'm gonna leave the link down below for this, and actually the Twitter as well, so you guys can check out all the news on Chain Games. So you basically get chain tokens, then you fund your gaming session, which is, you're betting against other players, and then obviously you gotta download the game. So it's a pretty simple step-by-step right here. I also have a video on Super Crypto KART. It's a 10-minute video, and it explains everything, how to do it. You're going to see me do it from point A to point B. Make sure you check this video out. It's called Super Crypto KART Play to Earn Crypto KART Game. Don't get it confused with this too, because this was live when it actually came out, when the game came out. So don't confuse it with this too. This one is the one where I explain everything. This one is the one where I explain everything. So make sure you check this game out. I think this game has a lot of potential, and also Chain Games has a lot of potential. This is not the only game they're going to release. This is their first game. Their second game, I think, is going to be a shooter, and I don't know what else they're going to release. But basically, Chain Games has a lot of games up and coming. So make sure you check them out. And that's pretty much it for all the crypto news, crypto game news. So that's pretty much it for me. thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And don't get mad at me if I haven't played one of the games that you play. I know a lot of people have told me like, oh, play CSC game. I'm going to get to those games. And I'm going to make videos on those games. The thing is that my time is limited. So I have to engage in the games that I play the most and the games that have the most hype as well. You know, I got to be on top of those games because those games have a lot of news coming out every single day, like Axie Infinity. So my time is consumed by Axie Infinity. I have a lot of investment in Axie Infinity as well. So sometimes I'm selling stuff. I'm not only just playing, you know, I'm working, like selling stuff, buying stuff, and just kind of like making videos on Axie Infinity and the games that have the most hype, because those are the games that are taking the industry to the next level. I know there's other games that have potential. Trust me, I see it, and I'm gonna get to those games. I promise you guys, I promise you. So I'll be looking to CSC. I also have what's it called, the Six Dragons, which I talked about. I played it, but I actually want to get into it a little bit more, actually make a video, a whole walkthrough, and I'm gonna do that for CSC as well, so that people can actually onboard the games, you know, because all these games are totally different. So that's what I like about this. None of these games are really competing. What they're really competing in is in the industry, but not really competing within the same genre. So it's like there's no real competition. So like I'm not trying to, you know, put games on top of another one. I'm not playing favorites here, you know. That's what I'm trying to say. The only thing I'm trying to do is bring you the best games right now at the moment, the top games. You know, there's a lot of card games that are good too. I don't enjoy card games, like those card games that are only card games. I don't enjoy them, so I don't talk about them. And maybe in the future I'll talk about them. I've been thinking about it, but at the same time it's like, you know, I gotta focus too. I gotta focus in the best of the best. So don't get mad at me. I'll see you guys next video. Peace.